Welcome to this short APA PsycNet tutorial. This video will introduce you to using index terms when searching for resources and how to apply filters. The Lavery Libraries instance of APA PsycNet opens on the Advanced Search. From this page, we can locate the APA Thesaurus, which is where you can find a complete list of the index terms. Index terms are the controlled vocabulary used by this database. Think about mesh terms for PubMed or CINAHL headings. These are both examples of controlled vocabulary. Towards the top of the page, you can find the thesaurus in the blue header bar. Select this link and begin searching for terms. Now, let's say your topic is about resilience training for ICU nurses to increase retention. The key terms pulled out for the topic are resilience, ICU nurses, and retention. Let's start by looking up resilience. Looks like there is a match, and if you pop open the index term, you can see both the scope note and related terms. Select the checkbox next to the terms you want to use. In this case, resilience and psychological endurance, which covers an extended date range. Now select Add to Search. This will bring you back to the Advanced Search page. Time to look for our next term. Move the cursor into box 2, and then navigate back to the APA Thesaurus. When I search ICU nurses, nothing comes back. Well, let's try just nurses. There's always the option to add the key term for ICU if too many results are retrieved with the broader term of nurses. Before adding the next term, make sure to clear all under the selected terms box. This will make sure you don't inadvertently re-add previous index terms to the next search line. Also consider looking up nursing as another possible related term to nurses for a matching index term. And there is a match. Now we have box 1 and 2 filled with index terms, but we still need to look up an index term for retention, starting with adding a third box to the search. Once the box is available, click into the box and navigate back to the index terms and search for retention. Wow, there are a lot of options for retention. There are a few options here that could work well. Let's review the scope notes for each of them and select the best option. Employee retention. No note, but based on the words and related terms, this is a good match, along with employee turnover, which is the opposite of retention. Next two terms, retention. This is not a good match. This is largely linked with memory. Last term, retention measures. Also not a good match as it's dealing with memory. After looking at each term, we only selected employee retention and employee turnover. Just like with the previous index term searches, the words are under the selected terms box. Make sure they are connected with OR. Now we have all our search terms in place. Time to run the search. This isn't a very big list, and that's because we're only searching using the index terms. We could potentially increase the results by looking for additional related index terms in the records from a few of the articles retrieved. Let's take a look at how this works. On the detailed record for this article, we not only find the citation information and abstract, but also the index terms. Here are the index terms for this article. We already have employee turnover, nurses, and resilience, but occupational stress might be a good additional term to add into our search box for resilience. Let's take a look at how to add this term into our search. From the results page, select Edit Search. This will bring you back to the Advanced Search page with our filled boxes. Find the box you want to add the additional term. In this case, I want to add it as an ORed term along with resilience. Type OR, remembering to always capitalize OR as a best practice with Boolean, then add the new index term, occupational stress. Be sure to use quotation marks around occupational stress. Now rerun the search. Wow, this list is much larger than the first. At this point, maybe you want to apply a filter. Right now, the results are looking for all types of resources, but you can filter to peer-reviewed journals. Just look to the left of the results list. Select the peer-reviewed journals filter to apply this limit. There are Of course, additional filters including age group, methodology, etc. Depending on your topic, one of these filters might be appropriate. Once you're happy with the results list, you might be ready to save the search. Just like in other databases, there are a few ways to accomplish this task. If you want to save the link to the search results, select the link image and then copy and paste the permalink that is generated. Be sure to paste this somewhere safe, like the document you're keeping your searches. You might also want to print or email the results page. And just like in other databases, you can select individual records or select all. To select as many as possible at one time, adjust the results per page to its max when opting to print or email records. Once the page results are adjusted, just click the All box to select all results from this page. With this result set, we will need to run through the process twice for both pages of results. In this example, I'm opting to email the records to myself. The email I've sent myself will contain all the results from the first page. Next, I would need to run the same process on page 2 of the results. That's it for this video. If you have questions about using index terms while searching APA PsycNet, reach out to the librarians for more help.